I do not settle for less. Niggas know I got an army. Hill figure like I'm Tommy. Shadow clone Uzumaki. Haters going kamikaze. Y'all killing yourselves. Niggas really going killing themselves. Need a prayer, you just want on the well. JJ Staff never taking no.
In the flow code menace. I know a couple Scott boys that rob me like Dennis. They quick to go villain and walk up in the spot, they just pull back fitteds. Niggas never stopping cause the game is too dented. Nigga.
Yo, YouTube, it's your boy J Steph, man. We back at it with another YouTube reaction, man. We got the deadly divide in North London. This is NPK versus WoodGreen. This is an original. Y'all already know these gangs, bro. This is like an OG UK drill gang beef right here, bro. We all know about NPK. We all know about WoodGreen. We finna get into it. The reason why, you know, we getting into it is because I don't know everything of what happened. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I only know the surface level. So, and it don't hurt to get new info. It's probably some new info in this motherfucker. So we about to get into it, man. Let's get it.
Often pictured as a rich city, with it being the capital of England, meaning a lot of UK's tourism is to London, with the city of London even being the third largest in Europe behind Moscow in Russia and Istanbul in Turkey. The population of London was recorded to be around 8.9 million after a census in 2019. However, what a lot of the people living in and around London don't know about is the ongoing deadly war between Tottenham and WoodGreen in North London. The gang war in North London has become very deadly in recent years, with stabbings, shootings, and murders being a regular occurrence between two gangs in the local area, these being NPK and WoodGreen. Now, before this video starts, however, I would like to share today's paid promo. Beats and Bars are a UK rap and drill platform that upload and create music videos for upcoming artists. I will link their channel down in the comments, so if this sounds like something you're interested in, make sure to click the link in the comments and show some love.
That road lurking, that man black van Hilty setting with a 6-shot spin stack that are your brethren intention bench.
NPK is a gang based around the Northumberland Park and Park Lane area within Tottenham N17. The name NPK can be abbreviated to Northumberland Park Killers, Northumberland Park Kids, and Northumberland Park. The gang is also referred to as Sin Squad. However, this is often used within the music scene, with Sin Squad being the same thing as NPK. During the late 1990s and early 2000s, the NPK gang was a part of a larger organization referred to as TMD, or Tottenham Mandem. The Tottenham Mandem organization was mainly based around Broadwater Farm, nowadays known as OFB. However, the Tottenham Mandem would have influence throughout Tottenham. However, during the early 2000s, the Tottenham Mandem would dissolve, with many smaller street gangs being formed, including the gangs OFB and NPK. These two gangs would emerge as smaller offshoot gangs to the Tottenham Mandem around the early 2000s. Around 2003, NPK and nearby Shankstars would begin to have a fierce rivalry. Nowadays, Shankstars is referred to as Edmonton or N9. This gang flags the color green, similarly to another street gang in the area named WoodGreen. NPK is allied with TPL DC8, AP, and Hornsey. Prominent members of NPK include KK, Unks, and GP. Now, WoodGreen is a large street gang based around WoodGreen within the N22 postcode. The gang has famously been labeled one of the most dangerous street gangs by the Met Police. In the late 1990s, WoodGreen would be a part of the WoodGreen Firm organization, with their main beef around this time being with the Hackney Boys. Whilst WoodGreen was beefing Hackney, they would actually be affiliated with the Tottenham Mandem, which is crazy as they now heavily beef, with NPK members and WoodGreen members even being pictured together in the early days of this rivalry. WoodGreen are currently allied with Edmonton and TPL OTP, and they have beef with NPK, OFB, and N15. However, WoodGreen has historically beefed nearly every block surrounding them, with the gang only having a few allies. This makes them a very feared batch within the area. Prominent members of WoodGreen included Lampz, Dills OJ, and Steeler. The beef between WoodGreen and NPK is odd, due to the gangs actually being affiliated in the early 2000s. An instance of this would be when a WoodGreen member named K1 and an NPK member named GP would be pictured chilling together on camera. The beef would allegedly start around the 2000s, when youngers that lived on each different estate would be forced to choose a side. This was following the split in the Tottenham Mandem and Edmonton Mandem. This is crazy, as nowadays the beef has become so heated, members are willing to kill each other at all times. The beef would be heated from the early days. However, for simplicity's sake, I'll mostly be explaining the younger generation's beef. The first instances of the beef beginning to become heated would appear around 2011, when a member of WoodGreen, infamously known as Steeler, would be standing outside of a court, following a trial for a case he got caught up in. He would spot two NPK members standing outside of the court, and would use an axe to begin attacking the NPK members. He would even drive his axe down into one of the members. With one of the blows hitting one of the members in the head, the NPK member would try to flee.
Oh my God, this nigga done had court walked outside. First of all, you brought an axe with you to court? That's neither here nor there. But you had court, walked outside, saw your op, ran them down, and then whacked him with an axe and chopped his head open. What the fuck is wrong with these niggas, man? What?
However, Steeler would take chase and carry on bludgeoning the member with the axe. The two NPK members would luckily make a recovery. However, the boy who was axed in the head would suffer brain damage following this. Steeler would be arrested shortly after the incident. He would go on to be charged with the attempted murder of the members. And later in 2011, Steeler would be handed 6 years in jail with 4 years on license following on. This incident would only add to Steeler's feared reputation, as previously he had even shot Bangisa, who was an NPK member, and had even axed up to 4 separate opposition members, which is crazy. Around the late 2010s, Jerome Vassel, who was allegedly an affiliate of WoodGreen, would be standing outside of a community center within WoodGreen when opposition members would pull up and shoot him in the head. Jerome would be hit with emergency services arriving moments later. Jerome would be left.
Oh my lord. These niggas got in the car, went to the station center where they be at, found him outside and popped him in the head, giving him brain damage, and now he is paralyzed. Golly.
Paralyzed following this attack, and over a year later, Jerome would collapse whilst in his home and would sadly die as a result of the shooting. Rest in peace, Jerome Vassel. Now, during the early days of the beef, so many tit-for-tat incidents would occur between both sides that it would be impossible for me to include them all within this video. Around 2010, an alleged member of NPK named Grinna would be killed by opposition members. However, in recent years, NPK members would actually deny that Grinna ever existed, and basically said that this incident never happened, with a lot of these rumors stemming after a WoodGreen member named 2Ls would rap on a song dissing an alleged Grinna from NPK. However, it wouldn't take long for the beef to begin heating up, and in 2015, one of the first people would be killed between the gangs.
Oh, shit.
When you have skin in the game, you reach for what's vital.
That's vital. That one's vital.
On the 20th of June 2015, a member of WoodGreen named Melo would be attending an unlicensed music event within Abbey Wood. The event had around 350 members. No acts of violence would be reported at the event. However, only hours after the event had begun, an incident of violence that would shock the community would occur. During the early hours of the 20th of June 2015, 2 NPK members named Fraser and Aiden would attend the party looking for any opposition members. Fraser and Aiden would spot a group of men. This included Melo, who was a WoodGreen member. A fight would ensue, with the fight turning deadly. The NPK members would draw knives and would stab 3 of the members. This would include Melo, who would be stabbed once. Police would rush to the scene and would arrive later around 5:10 a.m. After reports of a big brawl, Melo and 2 others would be treated on the scene and would be rushed to a hospital within East London. However, sadly, Melo would be pronounced dead in hospital hours later. Following the death of Melo, a murder investigation would be launched. At first, police would be struggling to find any information. However, they would arrest 4 men between the 22nd of June and 1st of July 2015. This included the 2 NPK members who would appear in court in 2016 and would later be found guilty, with Fraser being sentenced to life with a minimum of 21 years and Aiden being sentenced to life with a minimum of 19 years.
Damn.
Rest in peace, Melo. Now, Melo is often disrespected by NPK nowadays, with lyrics dissing him in songs like Put in a Spliff and True Stories, which is crazy, as a lot of the members rapping these lyrics were only kids when Melo was killed. Following the death of Melo, drill as a genre in London would begin to be popularized, with 6-7 based in South London starting to gain a massive amount of attention after dropping popular songs Let's Lurk and Take It There, gaining millions of views. Members of NPK would begin to see the popularization of drill within London and would begin to start dropping their own music. This included KK, who would drop a song titled Lurk in November 2016, and another member of NPK named Young Unks also dropping consistently around this time, with songs like Number 1 and King of North. Fans would begin to notice NPK around this time, as they were really putting drill on the map in North London, along with nearby Edmonton, who they had a fierce rivalry with. Following the death of Melo, WoodGreen would basically be on violence, with stabbings, shootings, and kidnappings being a regular occurrence between both gangs. However, around this time, WoodGreen would be focusing most of their beef towards another street gang named N15, with both sides having a deadly rivalry. 2016 would pass with stabbings and shootings playing out between the gangs. When 2017 would begin, we would see the rise of NPK within music, with rappers like GP, Unks, and KK dropping UK drill bangers like Still Sinning and bits of Peng with Still Sinning, gaining a massive amount of attention and currently sitting on over 1.5 million views. It would also be around 2016 and 2017 that a ruthless member of WoodGreen would begin drilling in the streets, this being Lampz or Dipdat. Lampz would previously attend a private school in West Yorkshire. However, he would move to WoodGreen during his teenage years and would be groomed into the WoodGreen gang. He would be selling drugs and drilling on any ops, with him becoming one of the most feared members of WoodGreen before he was even 18. He would release a song on Press Play Media in 2017 titled Looking for Who. In 2017 and 18, we would see the rise of young OFB with Bandike, SJ, and Double L's starting to release music. However, around this time, NPK and OFB would be affiliated as a lot of the members are actually related, due to how close the areas are. An example of this is SJ and Tugga, who are actually half-brothers, and were boys until a murder would tear them apart, resulting in them violently beefing each other. Now, 2018 would be one of the bloodiest years between the gangs.
I thought SJ and Tugga didn't beef when that shit was happening. I thought they kept it cool. I stamped they kept it cool.
With 3 people being killed and news channels beginning to cover the gang war, resulting in each gang becoming very well known to the public eye. And in February 2018, a murder would result in a war beginning, with deadly getbacks resulting in murders, kidnappings, and stabbings. On the 3rd of February 2018, Kobe, who was an ex-member of NPK, would be driving through N17 within Tottenham. He would be returning home in the early hours of the morning. However, what he didn't know was that members of WoodGreen would also be driving around looking for rivals. The WoodGreen members would spot Kobe in his car, and they would then deliberately drive into his car. Kobe would be stuck following the crash. Around 5 WoodGreen members would exit the vehicle following the crash. They would then go up to the driver's door and drag Kobe out of the car, stabbing him over 13 times all over the body. The WoodGreen members would flee following the attack, leaving Kobe to die. However, Kobe would attempt to save himself and phone emergency services, with his final ever moments being recorded by a 999 call receiver.
What's your emergency? I've got stabbed. Where are you, mate? St. Mary's closed. St. Mary's. I'm dead.
Damn.
St. Mary's where?
What if your morning was just easier? At Wawa?
I'm dead. Tell me where you are. N17 Tottenham. I'm getting police and an ambulance to you, okay?
Damn.
Hello?
Suspect. He would sadly be killed weeks later, this being prominent WoodGreen member Lampz. Rest in peace, Kobe. Following the death of Kobe, NPK members would be mourning his death. This included a prominent member of NPK named Poppy, who would actually release a tribute song towards Kobe titled Kobe's Way, which paid respect to Kobe. The death of Kobe would be especially sad, as he was actually turning his life around and had distanced himself from the streets. However, his past street ties would sadly result in him becoming a victim to the streets. Now, Lampz was pretty much being hunted by all of his ops at this point, as he was allegedly one of Kobe's killers, and it would only be around 1 month later that Lampz would fall victim to the streets.
Hello, Met Police. Someone has been shot dead at Hollywood Green Cinema in Wood Green. Someone's been shot and...
So I grabbed my pedals, phone little crease, and we both go low. I might just stepping off, so I'd also go down.
On the 8th of March 2018, Lampz would be standing outside of View Cinema.
They got
with
the
other WoodGreen members. He
CCTV,
decided to
John.
post on his public Snapchat and Instagram account, showing off where he was posted up. This would prove to be a mistake, as hours later, 2 unknown gang members would pull up on a bike. This was seen on CCTV. One of the members would be driving, and one of...
Does anybody know who did this shit? Who killed Lampz, bro? Who did this shit, bro? Does anybody know? This shit is still unsolved, bro. And nobody knows who did it. Who did this shit, bro? Like, who is that?
Instagram account, showing off where he was posted up. This would prove to be a mistake, as
Why
hours
would you
later,
do that,
2
though?
unknown gang members would pull
I
up
never
on a bike.
understood
This
that.
was seen on CCTV. One of the members would be driving, and one of the members would be pointing a handgun looking for Lampz. They would spot Lampz, who was sitting with friends near View Cinema. Lampz would spot the gunman and would run towards them. However, the gunman would open fire and shoot Lampz in the head. The driver would then speed off following the attack, leaving Lampz to die. Police and emergency services would be called to the scene following reports of a shooting. However, despite their best attempts at saving Lampz, he would sadly be pronounced dead on the scene, with another murder investigation being launched. However, despite the best attempts of investigators, no one has ever been arrested or charged for the murder. Until this day, the murder remains unsolved. Following the death of Lampz, a song by NPK members would be leaked. The song was titled Coffin. This featured rappers Tugga and Trills heavily disrespecting Lampz, with the chorus of the song being Park Lane bopping, the ops dem dropping, come here I've got you a coffin, 12 gauge long like coffin, his girlfriend keeps on bopping. However, NPK would take it a step further, and months after the murder of Lampz, NPK would actually recreate the death of Lampz in Grand Theft Auto 5. This hit the news quickly, with news channels starting to talk about the war in North London. Rest in peace, Lampz. Now, the killers of Lampz are often debated. However, what a lot of people speculate is that N15 or NPK were responsible, as notoriously NPK would begin to refer to themselves as Get Back Gang following the death. However, until someone's charged for the murder, I guess we will never truly know. WoodGreen and NPK would continue to war with each other, with stabbings
So
and
who's N15? Is N15 OFB in them? They had a red joint around them. That gotta be OFB, right? Damn, it was either one
shootings
of those.
being a
That's
regular
crazy.
occurrence around this time. Around the end of March 2018, NPK members and WoodGreen members would spot each other. This included a WoodGreen member named Bobby Slater, and NPK members Unks and GP. They would spot each other whilst Bobby Slater would be eating out with his girlfriend. A fight would ensue between the groups, with Bobby Slater allegedly being beaten up badly. Following this attack, WoodGreen would be looking for retaliation, and only days later, a third person within 3 months would be killed. On the 2nd of April 2018, an affiliate of NPK named Tanisha Melbourne, or Nisha, would be standing with NPK members outside of a house within Tottenham. WoodGreen members would pull up in a car. The WoodGreen members would open fire on the group, with their original target, GP, being present. However, none of the bullets would hit any of the NPK members, but instead hit 17-year-old Tanisha Melbourne. Police and emergency services would be called to the scene. However, Tanisha would sadly be pronounced dead, whilst in her mother's arms.
Like, bro, y'all shooting women, bro. Y'all didn't get y'all target. How the fuck, how close did y'all have to get to see that that was a woman that y'all was shooting? Like, how the, bro, I don't understand this shit. How the fuck do, first of all, why are you with them anyway? And how are y'all not shooting who y'all supposed to shoot at? How are y'all shooting at girls, bro? What is going on?
Following this incident, a murder investigation would be launched. Over 7 people have been arrested and detained for this murder, but up to this day, no trial has taken place, and probably won't due to the lack of evidence. Rest in
lack
peace,
of evidence.
Tanisha.
Damn.
Now, what is known is that the same gun used to kill Nisha would actually be linked to another murder within London, this being the murder of Nino, who was a Priory Court member. Nino was killed by Molly Strip in 2018. Nisha is often mourned by NPK members, and has even been mourned by OFB members, as the two sides were cool. A song was even released titled Nisha's World by Econo. Around 2018, OFB would be seriously exploding within the drill scene, with a legendary trio SJ, Banda K, and Double L's beginning to explode onto the scene. And on NPK's side, there was also a legendary trio, being KK, Unks, and GP. These 3 members were seriously hard on tracks, and have made some UK drill bangers. SJ from OFB would be pictured with NPK a lot through 2018, as both sides would often ride out onto WoodGreen together. However, this was all due to change in 2019. In February 2019, SJ, Banda K, and Double L's would release a Next Up freestyle which would go viral and gain a lot of attention within the drill scene, with the song currently sitting on over 24 million views. However, only 2 days after this song would release, on the 22nd of February 2019, SJ would ride out with NPK, and by the end of the night, he would be wanted for murder. On the 21st of February 2019,
it was not by the end of the
members
night.
of NPK would drive a Peugeot 308 to Broadwater Farm, being OFB's block. Within the car, there was a fresh pair of clothes, as they had planned to ride out onto WoodGreen the next day. On the night of the 22nd of February 2019, 6 NPK members and 1 OFB member, including Osav, Sneaks, Shems, and Trills, and 2 other unknown members, and SJ from OFB. The members would pedal bike from Broadwater Farm to WoodGreen. They would spot K1 and his friend, Shems from NPK, would start shooting towards the members. However, the bullets would miss. The gang would take chase running after the WoodGreen members, including K1 and Swift, who had began to run at this point. Swift would be shot in the bum and stabbed 8 times by the members. K1 would see this and would jump into his car, where he would attempt to crash into the attackers. However, K1 would become stuck and the members would begin to attack his car. K1 would jump out of the car and run into a nearby hairdresser's. However, the members would chase him and stab him multiple times. Following the attack, Trills, who was an NPK member, would attempt to flee. However, his bike wouldn't work, so he left it right next to K1's car on the crime scene. Trills then decided to walk back to Broadwater Farm, where he would be stopped by police officers, with Trills even telling them, "I hope you lot crack down on knife crime and that. The members would all get changed into new clothes upon reaching the car placed within Broadwater Farm. Around this time, K1 would sadly be pronounced dead on the scene, with another murder investigation being launched. All of the boys involved would be arrested following the incident. This included SJ and the NPK members, who would be charged and found guilty, being given life sentences. Rest in peace, K1. Following...
How the fuck did y'all get caught, though? I never understood how the fuck y'all got caught. How did y'all get caught for that? Again, I'm not condoning anything. I'm just saying, bro. It seems y'all were pretty smart. Y'all had the clothes, the double car. Y'all said y'all not gonna ride on a car, but y'all rode on a bike. Like, bro, it's like, what happened to where somebody? How did y'all get caught for that? I don't know.
The death of K1, OFB, and NPK members would begin to beef, as during the trial for the K1 murder, a member of NPK named Osav would snitch, leading to all of the members going down. SJ would begin to take shots at NPK around this time.
Well, there you have it, bro. The nigga snitched. There you have it. So why did they try to say that SJ snitched? Knowing damn well that it's in the papers that your mans is snitching. What the fuck?
And during the sentencing of the members, a massive brawl would break out within the courtroom, which is crazy, as all of these men used to be friends. Nowadays, as a result of this, the new generation of NPK and OFB have started to actively beef, leading to stabbings and murders. Only 2 days after the murder of K1, NPK members would appear on a Mazza freestyle, where they would diss all of their dead ops. This freestyle would also include Trills, who has now been sentenced to life for the murder of K1. Now, on the 27th of February 2019, a member of NPK named Lucci would actually be killed in Oxford, after he would rob Oxford trappers, with them retaliating and running him over, then stabbing him multiple times, sadly killing him. Whilst this...
What the fuck? First of all, you stole their drugs. You stole their drugs, and you were still around the area where you took the drugs. They found you, ran you over with the car, hopped out, and then chained you in the fucking head. What the fuck is going on, man? Hell nah, bruh.
Doesn't have anything to do with WoodGreen. It is often rumored WoodGreen had something to do with the murder. Rest in peace, Lucci. In 2019, leaked songs would be released from the NPK gang. This included Put in a Spliff and True Stories. These two songs would be incredibly rude, with both of the songs dissing all of NPK's dead ops. Since 2019, stabbings and shootings would be linked to the NPK and WoodGreen gang. In 2020, NPK would begin to release music again, with new rappers like Bully B, ND, and LR starting to make serious noise in the drill scene. However, NPK is well known to be a very inconsistent gang music-wise, as they aren't that active anymore in the music scene. In recent years, in-house beef would occur within NPK, this mostly being Stretch, who was an older within the gang, beefing younger members like Unks. In recent years, ND, who was definitely one of the hardest rappers in NPK, would be de-recruited, due to him allegedly snitching on NPK members. ND is really inconsistent, however he is seriously hard. I believe if he was consistent within drill, he could even go clear. WoodGreen has also been an inconsistent gang within the drill scene, with rappers like Dills OJ dropping hard songs every now and then. Like NPK, these men have serious potential, and I hope they can use their talent to escape the streets. If you have learned anything from this video, make sure it's to stay far away from the street life, as the people in this video have serious potential to make legal careers.
Damn. I don't think they on shit right now. I don't think WoodGreen is on anything right now. I'm not gonna lie. I think I did see him drop like a couple videos or some shit like that, where they made a little bit of a comeback. But like he said, bro, they're not as consistent. I don't really see a lot of WoodGreen, nor I don't see a lot of NPK. I see a lot of OFB more than anything. And OFB, they just always relevant, bro. Even with them niggas being in jail. Like, this nigga SJ released a whole fucking tape from jail. So I don't know, bro. I don't know. But nah, this beef was definitely crazy. These motherfuckers are crazy, bro. These niggas are wild, bro. But yeah, bro, it's your boy J Steph, man. Remember to tap that link down below, bro. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the video, man. Bro, we're gonna keep it going all 2025. You already know what time it is, bro. We're going up to the top, bro. And make sure y'all stay prayed up, bro. Make sure y'all continue to grind on whatever your talent is. And yeah, man, we're gonna keep it going, bro. It's your boy J Steph.